All candidates meeting report. Athol Recreation Center, 16th October 2014, 50 to 60 people attended. Meeting and discussion with councillor candidates Jamie Forrester, Stan Grizzle, and Tim Van Hickey. During the discussion, Roger Stanley grills Jamie Forrester on bylaw enforcement.
Two more questions, so we'll have to launch into two new categories. Roger's been trying to get in here, so we'll do Roger and then you at the back, and then we'll ask for closing comments. Roger?
Yeah, I'd like to ask your opinion on bylaws that aren't being enforced in this county. The one that I'll pick tonight is the swimming pools in this county, especially Athol. No fencing around it, and that's a liability for the taxpayers. And it's a bylaw that was put in place 2006 by the county, the councilors. So, what's your opinion on following the bylaws and enforcing them, that they're not being enforced?
Steve, I think I need to answer this one first.
Well, you actually are up next, but the question probably is, are the bylaws being properly and evenly enforced in Prince Edward County? And Jamie, you can start with that.
I would think a lot of times the bylaws are enforced, but in this case here, I did get involved with this, and as far as I know, this is an issue going on, and it's in the courts now, so I will not discuss it.
Okay.
Jamie Forrester quotes that he won't discuss the case. Technically, he is correct that the open pool and the town is one issue presently before the courts. However, he did completely avoid the topic of enforcing the bylaws.
That was way under time.
Is that a good answer, Stan?
Tim, I am not
It's an
sure.
interesting answer.
This is rather specific for the other two candidates.
So
to
you're
answer.
still on the fence?
No, I did have something to do with that when I lived in a district municipality where they were enforcing it. And they basically, technically, you're supposed to have a permit to put a pool in, just like a building permit. So any new installations, of course, they have probably an easier way of controlling them. The others, I guess it's just on a complaint. So if you get a complaint that someone's telling you, because you can't see them all right, you get a complaint that someone has one and you're worried about your dog falling in it or whatever, then we have to react on complaint base and take care of it at that point.
Okay.
Thank you.
And I think our bylaw officer does an excellent job in the county.
Jamie Forrester makes the statement that the bylaw officer does an excellent job for the county. It calls into question why he felt it necessary to even say that.
Okay, and Stan?
And a very, very broad answer on that there. I think that our bylaws and bylaw officers, acting on a complaint, I've been advised that bylaws are enforced on a complaint basis, and I think that bylaws should be even right across the board. We live in a society now where it's important we all be treated fairly and equitably, and those bylaws should be evenly applied across the board.
At one time, we will belong to a police state down here too, unfortunately.
That's what happens if you don't enforce the bylaws, and the police get involved.
Okay, that's a discussion I want to get involved in too.
Jamie quotes that "we will soon be living in a police state" is a bit silly. Does this mean that our bylaw officer should not really be policing and enforcing the bylaws?
But we can't do that here. We have one more question at the back, and then we'll ask for closing.
All right, my last question is,
Jamie Forrester needs to remember that as a public servant, his duty is to work for everyone in the county, which includes ensuring that all bylaws are applied evenly.
The oath of office as sworn by councillors when they undertake the position as a public servant is as follows. I will faithfully, to the best of my ability, perform the duties and responsibilities of my office and will not allow any direct or indirect monetary or other personal or private interest to influence my conduct or affect my public duties in public matters.
Steve Campbell wraps up the meeting.
And a very good turnout for this community. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. You have a very difficult decision to make, I would say. And I would ask you first to thank the people who put on this event for you, so to give us all an opportunity.